Alright, something a little different for the next day and a half until I get the spare pedals in the mail. Just because I'm getting frustrated with how terrible I'm driving in my current situation. So, we are going to do some broadcasting and watch some series that I don't really race. Because honestly, they are way too hard, and yeah, I don't want to make myself look any more of a fool than I do. So, heat race number 1 for the USAC 360 Sprint, Skylar Brown on the inside road, Dustin Griffiths outside, Keith Bradley in the 8, Daniel Harrell in the 7, and Chase Randall not making the show, Cody Jordan in the 12 in the back. So 8 laps, no cautions, and Skylar Brown holding on to the lead. We've got Griffiths, a pro driver, working to the inside. We'll have standings for the main, using something a little different. So Griffiths gets to the inside. He's going to lead lap 1 from the second place. He's going to slide up through 1 and 2. That allows Skylar Brown to get the run off of 2 down the backstretch. He's going to slide up just a bit on the exit of 4 and holds on. He will lead lap 2. So it sounds like Chase Randall has made the field. He's at the back. Everyone's going to make it to the main as these two leaders keep on swapping every other corner. This time Brown goes in a little bit harder all the way up to the wall. That's going to allow Griffiths to get the lead easily down the front stretch and should hold on to it. Brown has a little issue, slides up, comes down, gets into Bradley. Bradley continues on. Harrell's going to get by for 3rd, and that's going to put Skylar Brown into 5th place. So Cody Jordan in the 12 moves up to 4th. Griffiths holding on. Lap 5 right now of 8. Now out to a 1.6 second lead. Closest battle we have is the 7 car to the 8 car. There's a 0.7 second gap between those two, and Harrell goes in a little high. Cody Jordan holding on in that 12 car as Skylar Brown tries to chase down the back of the field, and behind him Chase Randall, who joined the race just a bit late. So leader gets a little bit of the berm on the inside, gets sideways. That's going to allow Keith Bradley to close up. This is now the closest battle on track as Griffiths hits the berm into turn 1. Bradley now within a second. Griffiths playing chicken with the berm and really running the left sides up on there. So Bradley now 0.9 seconds back from the lead. Griffiths holding on, and that is checkered flag. Heat race number 1 winner, Dustin Griffiths, Keith Bradley, Daniel Harrell, Cody Jordan, Skylar Brown, and Chase Randall. We'll move on to heat race number 2 here in a second. Once again, everyone's making the A main, only a 12-car field. Go ahead and watch them load in. For this one, we've got Rylan Gray on pole, it looks like. Wade Fields starting 2nd. Tyler Kendall, Evan Weir, Kenneth Nealis, and John Fall. They're getting ready to roll off here in a second. So the number 4, Rylan Gray, and Wade Fields in the number 2, white number 2 there on the outside front row. Tyler Kendall in the 6, and Evan Weir in the 9 car. Kenneth Nealis in the 11, and John Fall in the orange number 10 to round out the 6-car field. Top car in this field has a 4,367 iRating. That is the number 2 there, Wade Fields. And lowest iRating is a 1455, Kenneth Nealis in the 11. So one more lap around, we'll get this going. 8 laps, set the outside line for the A main. just about set to go. Pace car is going to pull in this time out of 4. Rylan Gray's got the field on it and gets a good jump. Out to an early lead into turn 1. Wade Fields follows. Tyler Kendall, Evan Ware a little high, Kenneth Nealis, and John Fall rounding out the field. So we're going to watch first and second now, see how they cope with the lines. Looks like the 9 car's running a little high back in 4th place. Everyone else holding a low line around here. We're just a little bit higher than everyone else. Up front, though, that gap is 0.4 seconds back to the 2 car. At the line, 0.38, so closing in just a little bit. Runs a little higher line from 1 and 2. Doesn't really get a run down the backstretch. We'll see how he comes out of turn 4. He keeps it a little bit lower. Fields in the 2 car, a little lower on exit. Gets a decent run down the straightaway, that time by 0.33 seconds back. Back for the 5th place, we've got Kenneth Nealis and John Fall battling for the 5th spot. Actually a closer battle than what we have for the lead, and it looked like the 11 car got a little high. Fall couldn't get down below him though. We'll go back to the lead as Fields looking once again to get a better run off of turn 4, that time by 0.38. He is a little lower through 1 and 2, but doesn't have a decent run out of the corner. Actually loses a bit of time down the backstretch. But this is where he gains. He's got the left sides up on the berm a little too much. Gets sideways, jumps around. He holds on to it. Doesn't lose too much. That time 0.33 by. So now he got all out of sorts on his entry into 1. Lost a lot of time down the backstretch. We are working towards the white flag this time by. Gray's got that left side up on corner exit now. Fields really working the berm. Actually loses a bit too much time there as it jumps sideways on him. So coming around for the checkered flag, Gray is going to take home heat race number 2. Fields 2nd, Kendall 3rd, Weir 4th. Nealis is going to hold on to 5th, and Fall will round out the 6 car field. So we head into the A main. 12 cars ready to go for 30 laps. Go ahead and put up the standings now. Hopefully not in a terrible location. I'm using a little bit different, easier way to do this than what I had previously in broadcast. We're lined up, ready to go. Waiting on a couple more cars to join. So, highest I-rating driver in this one, Skylar Brown, 4,880, starting 9th after his mistake in heat race number 1. Cars are rolling off, waiting on the pace truck to start moving. But Brown in that yellow number 1, gonna have a difficult time coming up through the field. He's gonna have to be careful, keep the wheels on it, and keep it from flipping over any contact, jumping the berms, anything like that. 30 laps, long ways to go in this one. Track's gonna change up a little bit as well. More and more fireworks shooting off everywhere. Gonna quickly change something here and try. To hopefully get a little better centering away from that standings. Wish I could narrow the standings up just a bit, but I want to keep the gaps up there for you. So, here we go, 30 laps. Griffith's bringing them down in the 3-car. Pace truck off the track. Green flag's out.
Green flag, green flag.
30 laps, 12 cars. And the 4-car gray gets a little sideways there. That causes a bit of a jam up for second place. Fields gets around him. And now maybe a little contact with Bradley in the 8 cars. Bradley hits the wall, flips, and we've got our first caution. So, damage model, not very realistic in this series. Still waiting on iRacing to bring that to us, but the 8 car will be heading to the back of the field as he makes contact with the wall. Does a little 360 in the air, gets going again. That should line him up single file for this next restart. 1 lap in the books. Will be going back green at the start of lap 2. Waiting on the pace truck to grab the field here. As they cycle through, Griffiths is your leader, Gray in second, Fields third, Harrell in fourth, then Tyler Kendall in the 6-car in fifth, Cody Jordan in the 12 is sixth, Evan Weir in the 9 is seventh, Skylar Brown in the 1 still in 8th place. Obviously reverts back to last lap except for the people involved in the crash. And Neelis, Randall, Bradley will be at the back of the field and fall just ahead of him at the 10th. So I believe the lights are out on the pace truck. Get ready to go back to green. Griffith's bringing them around single file along the high side. Green is out.
Green flag, green flag.
Head back here to the mid-pack. Take a look at what's going on as Cody Jordan in the 12. They're almost 4 wide through 1 and 2. 3 wide coming off of turn 2. That is Jordan, Kendall, and Weir. Weir gets a little sideways, though. Slides up the track in front of Brown. Brown's going to take a look inside of him off of 4. Gets the drive down the front stretch, and it's going to take away the 7th spot from the 9. So, Brown working his way up front. Everything has stayed the same. Griffiths, Gray, Fields. Harrell then in the 7, just a little sideways off of 4. That's going to hurt him down the front stretch. We see Weir getting a little sideways as well. So, everyone's migrated up to the top in the middle of the field. Cody Jordan in the 12, lowest I-rated guy, making some moves. A little contact, though. That gets him crossed up. Skylar Brown around him. Brown's going to try to make it a twofer. Can't quite pull it off around Kendall on the outside. He's going to get him this time, maybe through 1 and 2. Tries to hook it up on the outside on the berm. Can't do it, but gets the run off the corner. Looking to squeeze in between him, cuts down, slides up to the wall, takes the 5th spot, and now he's going to start working on Daniel Harrell. Looks like Cody Jordan has had an issue. He's back now into 10th. And, oh, we just missed it. Once again, Skylar Brown, an issue. Let's see if we can grab a replay on what happened there. He goes into the corner. And just a bit too deep, slides up into the 7, contact made, he spins out. So, I don't think he was expecting the car to be in a slower position there when he entered low. He will rejoin at the back of the field. If he's reading his messages right, he's either got to go all the way to the back or pass everyone. Should be sending him to the back now. So we're 7 laps into this one. Front 3 still the same. Brown's going to have his work cut out, as now he's even farther back than where he started and has less laps to make up the ground. Taking a look at this, it does not look like Jordan's going to get any of his spots back after whatever his mistake was that lost him a couple of spots. I think about 3 spots there, actually. He falls back to 9th fall. And Bradley has not made up any positions after the early lap 1 incident. So, we're going to get 1 to go this time. Lights off on the truck. Griffith's going to bring him back around. Green flag's out. Griffith's on the gas, gets a good jump. Fields is going to try to work early on the inside, almost wheel to wheel there, and Randall's getting a run on the bottom, but he's going to have a bad exit. That's going to allow Kendall to get to the inside of him. They battle out for 4th place. Randall goes to the wall, Kendall down to the berm, out of 4. Wheel to wheel again through the straightaway. Randall really hooks up the outside through 1 and 2. Up front, Gray had a look, didn't make anything of it. We'll go back to this battle for 5th. That has calmed down. Harrell now is falling back. We'll look at Brown here. He's gotten past the slower 4 cars behind him. He's 4.2 seconds off of the lead. Back up front, battle for 2nd, heating up. Very wide line by everyone here. We got the battle for 5th. Harrell and Kendall still going at it. Actually, that's Harrell's joining the party. It was Randall and Kendall. And Fields gets around Gray, as Randall also does. I don't know if there was contact between Fields and Gray. Randall's now up to 2nd in the 5 car. And Gray is in 4th. Oh, we got another one flipping, and once again, Skylar Brown, and this time I think he's done. That one's not flipping over. Let's take a quick look to see what happened there. Tries to work the outside of the 9 car. No room there. Continues to slide up and cartwheels through 3 and 4. So, Skylar Brown, his race should be over now. He's back in the pits. We'll have to be getting a tow back there. That's going to eat up some time. If his car's not damaged, he might be able to rejoin, but at this point, he's just racking up incidents. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Gray. Let's try to go back. So Gray into the corner deep, taps the wall, jumps it up, somehow doesn't flip, and that made Fields check up a little bit, which helped get the 5 car around. So that's what we missed on that action. Lots of contact with that outside wall, but we're getting ready to go again. This time, 11 laps in the books. Hopefully we'll get a long green run, although now Skylar Brown will not be working his way through the field.
Green flag, green flag.
Gray looking to go to the outside. He's now in 4th, going for that 3rd spot. Barely sneaks around the outside right rear. of the 2-car fields. So he takes back the 3rd spot. He's going to go try to get that 2nd spot that he held on to before his mistake. That is held by Chase Randall. Randall in the 5-car, 2,700 I-rated driver. Gray is a 3,027 I-rated driver. So, Rylan Gray again into the wall, doesn't flip it, gets it really sideways in front of the field, holds onto it though, but once again snagging the wall, falling back, and now we just had some contact up for the lead. The leader there, let's take a quick look at that. Just real quick, sort out what happened there while we were watching Gray try to get everything going again. The leader gets up into the wall, crosses down, and nearly tags, and then we got another one up in the wall as we come back live. Kendall in the 6-car has some issues, so everyone is jabbing the wall with the right rear. It's not liking it, sending them flying, and your leader Chase Randall in the 5-car. Halfway through, starting lap 16 now, Randall's got a lead half-second over Fields. Rylan Gray in the 4-car's 3rd. Keith Bradley, who we've seen wreck on lap 1, he is back up to 4th now after everyone's been beating and banging off the wall. And we got one. The 4-car finally gets bit by that wall. This time he doesn't save it, and he is upside down. Let's see what happened here. Rylan Gray's going to be out of this one. Comes down the straightaway, snags the wall on entry, and goes for a very, very spinny ride. Not a whole lot of flipping. Hopefully once we get the new damage model, these things will flip like they should. That probably would have been a spectacular wreck. So your leader, Chase Randall in the 5, out of nowhere, really. Great run for him so far. He's just keeping it out of the wall, which seems to be key. Wade Fields really hasn't shown his hand. He seems pretty quick so far, but has just kind of got stuck behind the people who have been eating the wall, and that has slowed him down. So we'll see if he can make a run at Randall for this. Keith Bradley, who started up in the top 5, I think it was, he's back up there now in 3rd. Dustin Griffiths, he's going to try to come back and get that lead after his half spin through 1 and 2. Evan Weir hanging on, getting 5th place right now. Kendall, we saw get in the wall a little bit. And Harold, who I think kind of got slowed down in that mess as well, behind him. So got a lot of different storylines going on, only just a little over halfway through this one. Lots of action, difficult car to drive. You gotta toss it and yeah, not bounce it off that wall for sure. I think the track's getting slick, definitely through the bottom. It's hard to tell where the slick bits are at night, but we're getting ready to go green. Randall's now bringing him down. He gets on the gas as he gets a little nudge from Fields. That's going to open up a 0.4 second lead right to start this one. He rolls around right side, right on that berm out there. Griffiths in 4th, now going to be trying to get around Bradley in the 8 car. He's going to look low, slide up, and Bradley back into the wall. He's going to lose 1, maybe 2 spots. He's going to dive it in now, 3 wide, and he slides up and hits the 9 car as they come to yellow and everyone piles in. Not a really good move there by Bradley, and it looks like caution might have been Cody Jordan here. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, him in the 10 car make some contact as they get jammed up out of the corner. He heads into the pits. And we are slowly losing cars every single lap. But up to lap 19 now, closing in on 10 to go. Randall, your leader, Fields, Griffiths, Weir, Bradley. Luckily for Weir, he gets the spot back. He was about to lose 2 spots there after the contact. And let's see. Bradley actually... Did Bradley get hit with... I think Bradley got moved to the back of the field as well for his incident. I don't think the 11 was anywhere near that battle, so... After the wall contact for the 100th time we've seen in this, Bradley's now in 8th. Your leader's still Chase Randall. Alright, so behind Chase Randall is Wade Fields, second highest I-rated guy. Then we've got a world championship driver, a pro driver, Dustin Griffiths, starting 3rd. Randall's going to step on it. Doesn't get as good of a jump this time, but Griffiths is going to go to the inside of Fields immediately, slide up, nearly gets to Randall. Fields is going to work back under with the crossover and take the spot back down the backstretch. So Fields holds on to 2nd. Griffiths holds on to the wall. Gets a little loose off the corner, though, and now we got Weir up into the wall. So Weir into the wall. He saves it, though. And back up front, Randall, Fields, 1-2 down the backstretch. Working lap 21. Randall seems to be the only one to be able to put it on the high side and not eat the wall. Fields working just a little bit lower. Fields not getting that drive off the corner, though, because he's not getting the right rear up on the cushion by the wall. This time, Randall doesn't quite get up there. Little loose. Going to lose a bit of time, and now Fields right on his bumper. Dives to the inside. We're going to see a slider here. Crossover, Randall back into the lead, but doesn't have a whole lot of drive off the corner. Wheel-to-wheel down the backstretch into 3. Randall down through the bottom, along the berm, off of 4, doesn't get the run. Fields, your new leader, lap 24. This time Randall kind of bumps it off of the outside wall through 1 and 2. He's going to throw a slider down into 1. Nope, not a slider. He's just going to hold the bottom, gets a little loose on him, trying to get the grip almost side by side, but just not there. Fields goes to block the middle line, preventing a slider. Fields is going to get a big run down the backstretch as Randall has a little issue, and that's going to open the door for Griffiths to get a run out of 4. Griffiths to the outside down the front stretch. He's going to work the high side into 1. Randall's going to slide up. Griffiths cuts down out of 2. Just can't get the drive through the slick spot, and now Randall blinks out. I hope he doesn't come back in someone's face. There he is. So lap 27 now. Fields got a decent size lead. Randall's blinking out on us at the wrong time, trying to figure out where he is. Griffiths working the high side, hopefully doesn't run himself into the car that is blinking in and out on us. And we got lap traffic as well. So Fields, Randall, Griffiths. It looks like Randall's internet's calmed down now. Lap car in the way, right in front of the leader. He goes flying out of the park. Randall blinks out. Randall might be the leader. And Fields tries to do a slide job. We're on lap 29. Going to get the white flag this time by. Randall's got the lead now after that contact with the lapper. He's blinking in and out, though. Griffiths looking low, trying to get the 2nd spot. Really wish the leader wasn't blinking out at this time. Fields gets a little high. That's going to hit Griffiths. And Randall working his way around. Lap traffic holds the low line through 3 and 4. Fields almost into another lap car. Griffiths does get the lap car. Randall gets the win. He's got the lap cars to thank for that one. Fields gets 2nd. Griffiths 3rd. Kendall's going to take home 4th in the 6 car. Evan Weir 5th. Keith Bradley's going to come home 7th. Little contact with the 9 car. Don't know if he's angry with him or they just weren't ready to stop. Daniel Harrell gets 7th. Fall 8th. Cody Jordan 9th. So, what an interesting race there. Let's head back here and see if we can watch again. Let's go ahead and go roll bar here. Wade Fields. He's coming up on the lap car. That is the 11 of Kenneth Nealis. And he sees the lap car has run the high side the entire time. So if the lap car runs the high side here, yeah, he kind of went to the middle there. Oh, we just lost connection. All right, well, that was perfect timing. Here we go. Come back to it. Right where we were. So, the lap car goes into the middle and then just slides up. There's nothing the leader could do there. He probably should have went to the bottom. Randall was ready for it and already on the bottom. And then the blinking out, unfortunately, kind of confused us on where he was. But Chase Randall gets the win. Hopefully this will work for videos for you until hopefully Thursday night I'll be able to get back racing. But hope you enjoyed that. Something a little different. Thanks for watching.